So this is a good news story, because I know sometimes I don't want to do it, but sometimes no. Yeah, and I know it's just too easy to be negative about people these days. So what I'm going to talk about today is something, an encounter I had with an absolutely sensational human being, a brilliant teacher. So this guy, I've got to know him fairly recently, and he's a very, very funny bloke. But you know, as you get to know somebody a bit better, you kind of understand what their basic personality is deep down. So, as many of you'll know, I'm a former teacher myself, and when teachers get together, they'll often talk about teaching. You know, particularly the good ones. You know, the ones that the type of people that went into teaching because they like either young people, they want to help people, or they're kind of subject enthusiasts, or maybe ideally both. And I think in this bloke's case, it's definitely both. He's a people person, and he's really passionate about what he's teaching people, young people. He's teaching, I would say, people between like 18 and 21. He's a Finnish dude, but I'm not going to say any more because I just don't want to dox him. So anyway, he starts talking to me, and he refers to smartphones and the fact that many of the kids, the young people that he's teaching, they don't really have great relationships with their parents because they're often spending too much time on their mobile phones. And it's almost like these kids are neglected by their own parents because, you know, as I say, the parents are just too busy, I don't know, checking Facebook or whatever it happens to be. So he then said to me that he felt at times like he had to not just be a teacher, but also to be a surrogate parent as well, to actually help these kids by him showing some interest in them as individuals. So again, you know, I can speak about this as a former teacher. There are some teachers that view their students as just numbers. They're just a mass. They don't really care, a homogenous mass. They don't really know the student. They might know their names, but they don't really know the students as individuals. They're not interested in them as individuals. And you know, obviously that's not good. I think when I used to teach A-level business, there was this part of human resource management. We did a bit of industrial psychology, like motivation theory. And there was this guy called Elton Mayo, and he believed in this thing called the Hawthorne effect, which was that if managers took a personal interest in their staff, the staff were likely to be more motivated towards their work. And I guess this is just obvious, isn't it, in a way? You know, if you feel as though you're just a number and your boss doesn't notice whether you're doing a good job, a bad job, or somewhere in between, then why would you expect them to show motivation and commitment towards the job that you're asking them to do? And this guy, you know, he kind of understood that. He wasn't teaching industrial psychology. He was teaching something else, but he knew it as a I don't know, as a human being that's in touch with other human beings, as somebody who understands people. Because I think these days, many people are self-absorbed, aren't they? They don't really care about other people. They only care about themselves and their own life and what's happening to them. You know, so again, there were people that I worked with. They didn't give a damn about the students. All they were looking at was they went into teaching for the holidays, and that's all they were thinking about, really, what they were going to do in their next holiday, which is terrible. So I think in other videos I've actually mentioned The fact that Jesus Christ, he was the servant king, wasn't he? He washed the feet of prostitutes. Jesus Christ was all about service. That's what he encouraged all of us to do, that our role in life is to serve one another. And this guy, he kind of understood that. And for me, when he started talking about students in that way, I kind of felt that this guy had, I know it might sound an exaggeration, but I definitely sensed a divine spark inside this guy, that this bloke was is a really good human being, a proper bloke. So there are good human beings knocking about. Not everybody is an NPC or a normie or whatever. There are some decent human beings. So yeah, that's all I want to say today. So God bless.